Good morning everybody, Vasilis Girasis for Trader24. JSE yesterday ended marginally higher, supported mainly by buying interest in the gold sector. By close, we saw that our all-share index was up about 0.27% at 35,485 points. Gold also traded near 5-month highs on a positive signal from the US. And I think on that note, let's stick with the gold theme at the moment. There's a lot of interest in gold, partly due to the potential quantitative easing by the US. I think we're also expecting an announcement for the ECB later on this week to also be positive for the gold price. So I think I'm just going to stick with the gold thing this morning and have a look at a couple of graphs. Gold price remaining relatively stable yesterday, around about the 1,690 mark. The local currency, the rand, also fairly steady at about 8 rand 40 to the US dollar. If we have a look here at the top 40, we mentioned that it did break out. It has retracted pretty much to its old resistance level, which is now expected to become support. We've not had the confirmation from the Dow that we were expecting, but our view is to still take longs at about the 30,800 level. Our strategy on the top 40, go long at about 30,850. Our stop loss on this one will be 30,750 with a target price of about 31,500. As I said, I'd like to stick with the gold. So if we just have a look at the gold price over here, we did mention also in a previous webcast that it does seem to have broken out of its downward trend. The gold price has also closed above its 100 and 200-day moving average, and this is really a bit of support buying coming in here as the Federal Reserve has promised some kind of quantitative easing. This breakout over here is quite bullish for gold. It has now broken this 1-year downtrend line, and as I mentioned, it is above its 100. It has closed above its 100 and 200-day moving average, which is still quite bullish. If we do get a positive announcement from the ECB later on this week, I think this will hold and possibly boost the gold price higher. Our strategy on the gold price is to go long at about 1660. Our stop loss on this trade is 1645 with a target price of about 1750. Also, the JSE index, we'll have a look at the JSE gold index. There's been a lot of talk of the violence and the striking spreading to other mines. On Friday, there was an unprotected strike, an illegal strike, which occurred at Goldfields mine. Then yesterday we also had news that there was a shooting. 4 people were injured at the Aurora mine. Of course, this was a mine that belongs to the nephew of President Zuma. It has been closed down for quite some time now, and clearly concerns on the supply of gold, which I think is also a bit positive for the gold price going forward. But with all the negative sentiment around the mines, the miners have been hit quite harshly, I think overdone in a lot of instances. But if we look here at the JSE gold index, there's been quite a violent drop, as we can see. On the positive side though, there has been a hammer formation at the previous support, and as such our strategy is to go long at 2175. Our stop loss on this trade is at 2145, target price 2350. And as an alternative strategy, if you don't want to trade the JSE gold index, maybe look at a couple of the individual shares, Harmony, Goldfields or Anglo Gold. The one share that I'm going to look at this morning, the individual shares, is Harmony. This one has been relatively thumped. We saw it drop almost 20% in 1 week. The gold sell-off has been a little bit overdone on this one. Investors with a bullish view on the gold price could buy down here. Our strategy on Harmony, go long at 68 rand. Our stop loss on this trade 65.50. Our short-term target about 80 rand. As an alternative strategy, you can look to go long Anglo Gold at about 255 rand. Maybe steer away from Goldfields at the moment until we get some clarification on the outcome of the strike there. I know that the National Union of Mine Workers is going to make an announcement concerning these strikes at about 10 a.m. local time. This is Vasilis Girasis for Trader24.